And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. My guest today is Kasasndra Vitacca. She's I want to say personal wealth coach, but so much more than that. She's a teacher and an educator in her own right. And when I say that, she's somebody that is on a mission to help others understand how to create an inheritance for their grandchildren's children. Third and fourth generational wealth kept within a family. Kasasndra, thank you again for being on the show.
Glad to be here.
I'm really wanting to get into some of the things that you're doing because you're, like you said, an educator, a teacher, and a constant learner, I know. When you look at what you're doing in the marketplace, tell me a little bit more about what you're doing to create the success you're having.
The success I'm having, first of all and foremost, it has to be stated, is really not of me. And I have to make that clear, and that might feel a little strange to some people in the audience, but a lot of people work hard. A lot of people do the things I do in terms of for the practical things. I get up every day like hardworking citizens. I make the phone calls. I mean, I run my own business. Every business owner gets up, makes the phone calls, follows up on their clients, and keeps following up, So it's not that there's anything rocket science about what I'm doing to create success. I mean, there's tons of books written about it. So that's why I say sometimes it just works. Sometimes there's some other power out there working on you. And so in my case, it has worked. Let me tell you one thing that I do know that is fundamental, though. And again, this is a little fuzzy, right? I mean, it is what it is. I wake up every day being very clear that I don't know exactly who's going to work with me, who's going to allow me to work with them.
Right.
There are 7 billion people on this planet. Someone's going to work with me.
Right.
So I do know that, so I don't worry about it. And I recognize that it's an opportunity to interact with people. I never know who's going to be presented to me exactly. I might have some agenda, but I've met them at some random event, right? At some networking event, some business meeting. And so I go into every meeting, I go into every encounter with someone being clear that, yeah, I want to have a business conversation with you. Can I change your life? Absolutely, unequivocally, right?
Right.
I know I can. You don't know that.
Correct.
Right? And I don't know why you might choose to interact with me. And so, again, that probably sounds amorphous, but it really is, I recognize every day is kind of a blessing, and every person that allows me to interact with them is going to tell me parts of their story.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.